What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, dude?
Man, another beautiful day. Another beautiful show. Looks like the chat is already percolating, so you know it is a great day, and I can't complain, man. How are you, though? You look great, by the way, man. I'm loving this fit. What's going on today?
I don't know. It was a clean shirt, and it's, I don't know, it's collared, so it looks a little bit more formal, but this is relaxing to me. It's nice material.
I'm like, yo, you look sharp today, man. I like what I'm seeing from you, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I say, you keep dressing like this, man, you're going to make me feel uncomfortable in here.
No, not at all. Don't think that.
I enjoy, this relaxed fit. I mean, don't tell me a season time and you about to come in here with the suit on. Actually, you've done the suit before.
Did I?
Yeah. The Steeler one,
The
right?
suit jacket, yeah, with the Steeler tie.
Yeah.
I think that'll be every once in a while. But don't take that as a serious thing, obviously.
Are you implementing dress code on me? Don't implement the dress code on me just
Not
yet,
at all.
man.
Not at all. I don't know when I'm going to do that again, to be honest with you. It's got to be a special occasion, I think.
What was that? Oh, it was the start of the preseason.
Yeah, it was the podcast before the Hall of Fame game.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
No, I got to get this chat up on my end.
Oh, yeah, man, get the chat
I was
up
slacking.
man.
I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, come on now. Get me right. Get me right. Have me over here doing all the work, reading all these awesome chats and comments and stuff like that.
Do we have a Black and Martyr comment already?
Not
No.
yet, not yet.
I thought Q was Black and Martyr.
Ooh.
Hey, beat him.
Hey, they say I'm a little low too on my volume, too on my vocals, baby.
Okay, let's get it up.
That's. Am I allowed to even say that's what she said? I just said it. We got action. Can you hear me?
Good
you
now?
hear me?
How about that?
All right. Let me know. I know we got a little bit of a delay, so we got to wait for the reset. My man Q buddy, though.
Yeah, they're saying, Jacob's saying, there you go, better.
All right, we Gucci there. Hey.
Nice.
I like it, man. But you know how we start this thing off, man, like we always do. And now, there we go. Much better sounds. Okay. See, that's what we got Deke, man. Deke on the ones and twos, but he gonna keep us crispy, baby.
You don't have to thank me. You can thank the chat. I said it at the wrong volume, I guess.
But
you could blame me.
But you handle adversity well. You see how you just maneuver through that thing right there, man?
It was pretty seamless. I just turned the knob a little bit.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all know how we start every single show now. That is our new vibe, right? Yeah, we say
I'm good with it.
Do our pleasantries, and then after that we get to going. So, yeah, buddy, let us know where you're tuning in from so we can give y'all this shout out. I already see the Dippin' Dots off to Jupiter after work. I hear you, big fella. Blast off. Ah, yes.
And we got Mr. Pitt Steelers for life.
Ooh, okay.
Slap that like button.
Hey, ain't that the truth, right? That is definitely the truth. And you know what? Let's get the Q as well, since he already gave us the, he hopped in this thing early. I like that, man. So, Mr. Q, we appreciate your support as well. He simply says, I'm sorry for your loss, Moats. Tebow was cut. I am very sad about that. It's my 2010 draft class brother, but we will discuss him a little bit later in today's show as we do a little bit of our preview. We got to start previewing around the league a little bit, man, getting that introduced and stuff like that. So, we'll talk about that AFC South today. That'll be the first outside, of the AFC North division that we will look into a little bit later. But looks like we got the people tuning in. So you ready to get this thing started off, man?
Real quick.
I'm going to throw this chapstick on right now.
You know how many 2010 people are still in the league right now?
2010.
Is it a low number? Is it high?
Let's see. Tyson.
I mean, you don't have to list them off. I just didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was a certain number where you could actually know all the names right off the bat.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't know if it's like surprisingly low, like maybe 15, or is it maybe like at 30, 40?
I feel like it's got to be low, bro.
Okay,
like that's a long time. Like
it is.
Those guys are
I mean,
12 because it's 12 for Tyson, right? Yeah.
So 12 years.
It's 12 years. That's a long time, bro.
And the average lifespan is what, 3?
Yeah.
2.5, 3?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. And we didn't have a lot of quarterbacks to really survive. Sam Bradford, though, we did have one of the highest paid quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there, but is he on anybody's roster right now?
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he's sitting at home, man.
No, he was scrapping along there for a little bit.
Yeah, I thought AZ was his last little payday. They gave him the 20 piece and said, we'll holler at you.
Yeah, I think that was before Rosen or Rosen got drafted. I don't know.
It was same time, yeah.
Yeah, he's gone, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be low. Maybe it might even be single digits.
Last of a dying breed, baby. Last of a dying breed. So Tyson, you keep holding down for that 2010 class unless Tebow can, get it on the upswing with somebody else. But yeah, let's get this thing rolling, man. Let's start these, check-ins off the right way. All right. Don't you jump on me, Mr. Chet. Don't you do that, baby. Not today. All right.
You want me to start off?
Yeah, because I just jumped. My chat just jumped, bro. You know
I
how it
got
does.
fun 6,000. Tuning in from Jacksonville, Florida.
All right.
Alex P. from Brooklyn, New York. Frank Caputo, he's just saying we in here.
Okay.
Scott Foradora, 814 Erie, PA. Steeler Nation 412. He doesn't say where he's tuning in from. Preseason wins and losses don't matter, but last time we played Lions, we got the spanking. Lions smoked us. I don't even remember that.
I don't remember either, bro.
Barilla 92, always tuning in. Arlington, Texas, with the zip code too. 76018.
I like it. We got Trina Still Diva 5. She always in the chat holding it down for us. Stone Mountain, Georgia, by way of Trenton, New Jersey. Definitely respect that. Got Connor Orahosky tuning in from Tennessee. We got Stephanie Ramirez always showing that Cali love. We appreciate you out there on the West Coast. Then we got the Normsman 7. Hello from South Africa, man. Shout out to you over in South Africa. What time's in South Africa?
Let me take a guess.
You were good on this last time. This
is
your thing right here, man. It's on the other side now.
It's 7 right now. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say like 1 a.m. or something like that, or midnight.
Okay, good call.
How close am I?
We're gonna see. I haven't looked at the chat. Hasn't reset just yet.
I could Google it real quick. I'll wait till them to say.
Yeah, they'll catch up. They'll give us one. But yeah, so you saying 1 a.m. in South Africa right now. All right. So the Normsman 7. Let us know, man. Let us know if my man Deke had it right or not. All right. Then we have Leah Warren tuning in from Killeen, Texas. I like that. And then John Doe, Red Planet Trips, baby, Mars boys. You already know how we living over here. Keep it extra. I don't even know how to say this. Extra, astronomical? That's the word, right? Yeah.
Spacey.
Can we say spacey? That sounds cool. Is that even a word? I don't even know.
It
sounds cool.
Yeah, just keep it.
Keep it spacey.
You could just put it this way. Keeping the vibes good. That's probably the best way to put it.
Keep them vibes good, fellas. Keep them vibes good. What else you got on your end,
We
man?
got Mark Gathers tuning in from Florida.
I like it. Shout out to Florida.
Jar Devil. He's a regular tuner-inner.
So that's what we're doing today. We're just going to make up our own words all day.
Yes.
I'm giving you astronomical. You gave it spacey and tuner-inner. All right.
310 San Pedro, California. Xander Rowland, Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Des Moines.
Mark Gathers tuning in from Florida. We got BMK, the Bully Mob Kennel, coming in from San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, shout out to
Steph
Texas,
Parsons from Canada, out in Winnipeg.
I
we got
that.
Mad 513, Cincy, Ohio. You want me to keep going? I was giving you the floor. I keep going. I got a good list here.
You're good. Because I was gonna say the Norman 7 says it's 1 a.m. So I don't know if you.
No.
I can't make this up. That's why I paused that, bro.
I want to Google this.
I legit and then someone else said 5 o'clock. So I don't know. But the Normsman 7, he's from South Africa. He definitely just said it's 1 a.m., bro.
I typed in South Africa time. It says 1:08.
Yo, you are the money, man.
Dude, I was trying to think. I was going based off when we were doing our shows in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
I know we had someone from UK.
True.
And it seemed like it was a 5 or 6 hour
Always
difference.
Yeah.
So I'm like, UK, it's pretty much right on line with South Africa. South Africa's just really south.
Yo.
So I'm gonna go off that a little bit.
Hey, shout out. I like that, man.
That's that was my thinking.
That boy Deke on it, man. You are on it. All right. Let's see what else we got in here popping in the chat, man. All right, so we said Jay Sawyer tuning in from Harrisburg, PA. Okay, I like that. James MC, the 201, Jersey City, New Jersey. Ooh, Jersey City, shout out, baby. Yes, indeed. Shout out to that. NSMC99. I know you're not at 1600 Pennsylvania Ave, Washington, D.C., but if you were, that would be pretty daggone cool. So shout out to you for that. Michael Lang tuning in from Greensboro, North Carolina. And John Doe says, Deke, you are international. That's why you know your time zones like that, baby.
I wish I traveled more.
You kind of got that international traveler look, though.
Yeah, I've been to a few places in the States. I've been to West Coast, obviously, with you. Been to Portland back in the day.
Traveled like
really cool.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Nice.
That was back in 2014, 2015. And then also been pretty much down the whole East Coast, all the way down to Florida. And outside of the West Coast, like farthest west I've been.
Yeah.
Michigan, I guess. So, yeah, been to like Ohio, Michigan, like the states up here. So that's all my traveling, really. That's about it.
But we know we got Green Bay and LA this year.
Yeah.
So that'll be first for you. Green Bay. Check out Wisconsin a little bit. Now, have you done LA? I know we done San Fran. Have you done LA though?
I have not. No.
LA is going to be fun, man. I'm excited about LA. In fact, we do actually need to ask our LA people, though, a serious question. Serious question here. Because, I was doing some research, right? We got a little team.
You're always researching.
Because I research. We got team. You research. Come on. Our man David, we always research, right? Mm-hmm. And we were like, yo, so we definitely want to do something when we get out to LA, right? And we're looking at the different Steeler bars. Kind of like what we did in AZ. Remember, we hopped around different bars. It was fun. It was a vibe. But we're noticing like all the main Steeler bars in LA are closed. Like, it's crazy. Now, granted, I'm sure it was because of COVID and stuff like that, but they're like permanently shut down, right?
Oh, permanent?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm trying to figure out with the LA people, yo, where are the Steeler bars at, man? What is going on out there? We're going to keep researching, but we figured since y'all right here in the chat, I know we got Stockton. Now, that's a little Northern California, but all the Cali people out there, man, talk to us about these Steeler bars in LA, man, because we got to start planning ahead because, we're going to be out on that West Coast. But back to this here shout out. As they catch up to that right there, because it's going to be a little bit of delay.
Definitely. We got Todd Sikowski.
Okay.
The old Pueblo, AZ, the 520.
Okay.
We got Israel. It's LEZG, Lezg. Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tuning in from Mexico.
Nice.
And actually, we got someone tuning in from Portland, Oregon, Adrian Hernandez.
Shout out. We got Bozeman 22. Bozeman always tuning in as well, man. Orange County. He says Orange County better than LA. Ooh, all right, okay. And hey, I'm innocent, okay? In fact, I've never been to either. I haven't been to LA or Orange County. So I'm interested to see what LA is looking like, though, first off. Got Lewis. Now, you said Lewis D already, right? From Orlando, Florida? I don't know if you
I don't think I got him.
Okay, no. He's Orlando, Florida. We already got Mike. Mike tuning in from Portland, Oregon. Man, shout out to the small world that we just created right there. Then from there, Alpha Mango 814. Let's go West, PA. All right.
Bill Cower from Washington, PA.
Mm-hmm. And
then Devin Tigano, North Florida. Jacob Malesio. Malesio. 919 NC in the building.
These names, man.
Yeah.
This shit got hard. Got Mike Boyce tuning in from the 229, Albany, Georgia. Chandler Simpson from Waterboro, South Carolina, the 843. Then after that, man, we got Mikey Mafia. All right. Mikey Maffey, Woodbridge, New Jersey, the 732. I like how we started including area codes with our check-ins. Now.
Yeah,
that's a
some
nice
people
right
are even
there.
throwing zip codes.
We have got some zip codes.
I'm waiting for the full address. The bold person that's just gonna throw that out there.
Please don't put your address in this chat. Whatever y'all do, don't put the full address.
So I'm not seeing too many comments about the California or LA bars. Yeah. But Stephanie says Buffalo Wild Wings in 818 California.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of Steeler fans there.
Okay.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's good to know then. Buffalo Wild Wings in the A14. Have to make sure we, look into them potentially. All right.
Yeah, because Buffalo Wild Wings, I guess, isn't closing. I don't get that. That's kind of bullshit that these Steeler bars are closed. We might need to revive one of them, huh?
I agree. Yeah.
Moats and Deke bar out west.
Bro, so for example, I'll pull up the four.
We need a manager.
I'll pull up the names of these bars, right, that we were looking at, because these were kind of like the most popular ones when you pull up just Steeler bars in LA. Kind of like, what was the one we went to out in AZ? Oh, the
Harold's.
Yeah. Kind of like
Harold's,
right?
Huge.
As soon as you pull it up, it's like, all right, cool.
I think
got this.
They said that's the biggest in the country, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know worldwide. That was crazy.
Massive, bro. Harold's is massive. But like these are the ones that are closed permanently, right? Gabe's, the Steel Pit, the Cock and Bull, the Starting Gate. I love that name, by the way. But like those are like some of the bigger ones out there, and they're all like permanently closed. I'm like, bruh, what we doing? We got to plan ahead when we get in there, have a little fun and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what we figured we'd bring it out here to the congregation and let y'all, help us out while we, go back and forth with our resources.
Well, it looks like it might be a B-Dubs takeover then.
It could be a B-Dubs takeover. I'm not against that now.
That's possible.
Definitely.
I mean, Alex is saying here, Buffalo Wild Wings are the Steelers' homes in North Carolina. Meet a ton of Steeler fans there.
Well, now that I think about it, my mother-in-law, before she moved out here, when she was living in San Fran, That's how she would watch the games. She would go to a B-Dubs, and she was always like, it would be like 9 in the morning, or excuse me, 10 o'clock in the morning.
And she was out in San Fran.
Yeah, in San Fran watching the games and stuff like that. So yeah, but it was always at B-Dubs. She was like, all the Steelers fans would go to the B-Dubs.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I cannot believe.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine my life waking up at 9 a.m. and watching football.
Bro.
And then the last game of the day is at 5 p.m. I couldn't do it. I don't know how you guys do it. Bro. You need the last game to be at 8 p.m. and you need to be like...
going to bed afterwards, bro.
Exactly. It needs to be like 11 p.m., 12 a.m. You're going to sleep.
Yeah, bro. Because I'm trying to think, like for her, she would always talk about how I would like have her drinking in the morning because she always, anytime like we're playing... You gotta have a drinking game. So whatever it is, if it's every time you do this or anytime
she's doing this at 9 a.m.
Yeah, so she was always
respect.
She was like, I just want to let y'all know I'm diehard for y'all. But people think I'm an alcoholic because I'm in here at 9 in the morning taking shots, doing all the
every
touchdown
stuff.
I'm like, you know what, man? Hey, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. It's only weird if it doesn't work. And while she was doing it, we won a lot, so it worked. I might have to talk her back into this now that I think about it. She on the East Coast now. She ain't got no excuse, huh?
No, not at all.
No excuse. No excuse.
Not at all. Damn.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I seriously don't know how people do it. Waking up at night. That's like soccer vibes. That's like, if you have a favorite European team out here on the East Coast, like those people like wake up early and go to bars and stuff. Well, and
I was gonna say, even with that, man, I remember being out in AZ and watching some of these primetime games and feeling like awkward. Like, why is it starting so early? It's 5:30. Like, what you mean? It's a game going on right now. It's a weird time slot, but shout out to us East Coast people for that. And Chinks Bud knows it's Mars time always, baby. So I am glad that you're about to blast off. Make sure you enjoy yourself because we about to hop into this first little topic here, man. So I'm excited about that, baby. I am. Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot to do, though, baby?
We got a bunch of these super chats.
I totally forgot to check back over there. All right, so I'm going to give you the quick runoff.
Yeah.
Then after that, we'll go to that.
Yeah, because I lost a few of them. I did see Black and Martyr, though.
So we go. I got us. So here we go. Young Rico, man, we appreciate your support. Definitely do. Black and Martyr. You know, we always got love for you, baby. We appreciate you tuning in. He wasn't the first one, but he was he was right next in line, baby. So Black and Martyr says, hey, fellas, headed to the game Saturday. Looking forward to see how Ben does. # here we go. I'm excited as well, man. I will say this. We're going to give a full training camp update a little bit later in the show, but he has been looking a little bit better on the deep balls. I've talked to you a little bit of Lewis off camera, but no, he has been doing it and looking more consistent downfield. And we'll explain it a lot more in terms of some of the reports that might have been coming out and stuff like that, just to give a little bit more context on everything. But yes, I'm excited to see him now in the game situation, but don't expect to see a ton of him out here in this game on Saturday. All right, it ain't gonna be like that.
I want him to get in, get out, be healthy. I don't care what he does, just stay healthy.
That's the whole plan right now.
You can go 1 or 2 9 yards. That's fine.
I didn't even want to throw the ball. You don't even got to throw the ball, man. Just get in there, go through just the process of, all right, guys, you ready? Cool. All right, got the formality set. We're good. Thumbs up. All right, get him out of there. Yeah. But we definitely going to talk about him a lot more. And just, like I said, a full team update later on in the show today. Next, we got Rain Harrison. As I drop my little handy dandy rag here, Rain Harrison says, tuning in from Philly with the double flame emoji. Hey, baby, I appreciate you tuning in from Philly. What part of Philly, though, Rain? Are you South Philly? Let us know where you located at, baby. But either way, appreciate you tuning in from Philly. I like Philly, man. I got to love Philly out there. Yeah. Then Flo Pluto. All right. Last one's Little Vato. Remember that, please. Little Vato's last one.
I got Little Vato. Yeah.
All right, so you'll read off Little Vato, and then I got these next two. So Flo Pluto, shout out to you as well, Flo Pluto. We appreciate you. He says, "What's up, boys? We still at work, baked and fitting to go home. Lord,
be safe out there.
Hey, be safe, but live it up. It's that fine balance, right? Shout out to Flo Pluto, though, man. I like that, man. I like that. Then we got HDYGT. I don't even want to know what that means. But either way, we appreciate you. And he says, how you doing, Deke? Really enjoy your content, man. Facts.
I appreciate
facts, man. Big facts right there. I like that. HDYGT. Yes, indeed. All right, you got me on Little Vato.
Yep, Little Vato.
All right.
300 views and only 70 likes. Man, smash the like button. About 5 exclamation marks.
Little Vato, we appreciate you as well.
And I will both of those numbers should go up.
Well,
if you hit the like button
up right now, though.
Huh?
The likes are at 136 before you read that comment.
Oh, wow.
Just edit that. Yeah.
But if you keep getting the likes up, the views should go up too, because YouTube will start like pumping us out a little more. You're
absolutely right about that.
I think that's how it goes.
Because I do feel like when we get, because I mean, y'all do this all the time. Y'all get the like, and then before you know it, these numbers get the going and going and going, and we're like, whoa, what happened here? So you might be onto something here, man.
Yeah,
but be onto something.
We appreciate the shout out.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the shout out, man. All right, so. Oh, and he says he's South Philly. Shout out to South Philly. Yes, indeed. I like that, man. All right. So let's get this first topic going, man. And this is one that, you know, a lot of people want to talk about. Oh, not that one. Boom. That one. Told you, see, man, rookie mistake today, bro. You know,
I didn't even see it. Hey, I wouldn't even worry about it, dude.
Hey, man, come on. When we flowing, baby. Hey, look, and the funny thing is this. I'll pull this topic up. And we talked about off air. We weren't even supposed to start with this topic. We're supposed to start with the topic before the main topic.
You want to do that one?
I mean, we can.
Sure.
I mean, why not, right?
Sure.
I started to just take the topic down. It's like, you know what? Reset. Pause it.
You want me to bring it up?
You bring it up. Make it organic now.
Taunting.
Oh, man. Yeah.
They brought new taunting penalties in play. We've talked about it briefly a little bit in the past, but you were saying the topics are going crazy, and you know how we do get it off our chest here. People are really getting it off their chest on the phone lines with the radio show and stuff that you're doing. So we wanted to bring it up briefly. Yeah, we said, man, you know what? Anytime something is extra spicy like that on the other shows, I always feel like, hey, man, we owe it to the YouTube crowd, this group in here, because y'all are always die hard. So we say, you know, we'll bring it to y'all, man. But the biggest thing that I've been hearing, right, is just either a lack of trust in officiating, because now you're creating something else for them to have to deal with, something else for where a human error could go wrong in terms of these judgment calls and stuff like that. But then you hear the other side where you're saying to yourself, well, we're trying to prevent things from escalating. We're trying to prevent a malice in the palace. We're trying to prevent, you know, a stain on how things look. Or even when I thought of us Pittsburgh Steelers versus Cincinnati Bengals during that Vontaze Burfict time and stuff like that, how some of the taunting initially is what created that, and then how it grew and was a lot more than that as it progressed from there. And I was thinking about all those things. I'm just like, yeah, y'all bring us some good points now. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. But what they're calling is absurd.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Yeah. I got it up on YouTube. It says shocking taunting penalty, Panthers versus Colts preseason. It's by the running back on the Colts, Benny LeMay. Makes a really nice play. He got like an extra 10 yards just moving
carrying
the pile.
The guys,
And then he gets up. I don't even think his celebration was intended for the player. Yeah. I think he was just amped up, and he turned around and just like put his I don't know, flexed on a little bit, pumped the biceps. I got a great comment though on this.
What you got?
The first comment on this YouTube channel. This is amazing.
Yeah, what is it?
After the play, excessive joy, 15-yard penalty. Repeat down. That's an amazing comment. But I'm sure a lot of people in the chat and who's watching has seen the play. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So my whole thought on that thing, I got two different views of it. Cause like that play in particular, I can see why they threw it, but I hate that they threw that, if it makes sense. Like in the sense of when the play happened, the guy was hyped, but when he stood up, when he flexed, he is facing in the guy's direction, right? I don't even think he acknowledges the guy, but he is in his direction. So if you're the ref, I don't like how eager he was to throw it. But in the preseason, from my experiences and what the NFL has communicated to us as players in the past, whenever there's a new rule or a new point of emphasis, they call it a ton in the preseason. Even if they don't agree, even if they don't think the call was necessarily right, they call it because what they'll do is in 2 to 3 weeks, right before the season starts, they're going to go around and send out film to every single organization and say, hey, these are examples of what you can do. These are examples of what you can't do. And even if it was called wrong, they will even highlight that in the video for those players. So I get that part. I just hate to see it actually called. But I guess when I think of this, taunting situation, the biggest thing that I can see is that the NFL is trying to look at in terms of like the brand, the NFL, and just protect that, because with taunting, we know it can easily escalate. If I taunt you, you're going to want to taunt me back. And then I'm going to want to taunt you back. We'll keep going back and forth, right? But we never really know where that line stops at, where it's drawn at. And two examples that I bring up, right? We think of the Super Bowl, Antoine Winfield. Now, we remember early on when the Chiefs had played the Bucs, Tyreek Hill gave Antoine the peace sign, but it was still in the field of play like how it normally is. Nothing egregious. We've seen him do it a million times, right? Nothing wrong with that. Super Bowl, Antoine Winfield, when he does it, remember, it wasn't in the normal field of play. He went and looked them up, right? Where you at, Tyreek? Now I'm a piece you, right? So even in that sense, wasn't the craziest of a violation, but you can see where he was trying to one up him, right? So he took it to the next step. Now, in that case, it was harmless. No harm, no foul.
Because to be honest with you, I actually really appreciate that.
Oh, and fair enough, right? Fair enough. But you appreciate it because Antoine just responded with the peace sign, right? Now, if Antoine would have responded with a middle finger, if he would have went over there and grabbed
that's a whole different scenario. No. In this case,
I'm with you.
In particular, I thought it was fine, especially with Tyreek Hill doing it. It's like, bro, all right, we got your number here.
So I'm with you, but just hear me out. In that situation, Antoine responded, but he responded in a way that, people felt comfortable with. It wasn't too much, right? But then I think of this would have been 14 season, right? 15 season. This is when Vontaze Burfict hurts L. Bell, right? On our sideline, pulls him down. We know it was dirty. Looks over to us, lets us know it's dirty. Let's know, yo, hurt your boy Flex on his taunting, right? So from then, our mentality was, okay, well, we're going to knock one of your guys out now. We're going to hurt one of your guys. And you remember how every game went, Pittsburgh and Cincy, during that time frame. How many people you saw going to sleep? Plenty of people, right? That's a reaction to the taunting as well. So that part was where I'm like, Antoine Winfield, it was easier, it was lighter, more acceptable. Our way, it went a little bit darker. We saw guys going to sleep on both sides, right? We saw AB go to sleep and they flexed and celebrated on him. We saw Juju put Burfict to sleep and flex celebrated on him. The NFL, though, they don't want that. Because as a whole, it's bad for the brand. It doesn't look good when we over here taunting on dead bodies, essentially, right? And that's the extreme part. That's the other side of it where I'm like, at least with Antoine, he responded, but he didn't go all the way there. But my thing is, I caution because you just don't know how people are going to respond. We've had that conversation before as well in terms of how I might respond to a taunt. Might be different how you might respond to a taunt and so forth and so forth. But I think the NFL, they're really just trying to protect it from getting out of control. They're just trying to make
a blanket call on it. Yeah. And there's going to be shit probably fans aren't going to like about it.
Yeah.
Being the Tyreek Hill, Antoine Winfield situation. Like, that's like funny to me, dude. But like, if you're getting a 15-yard penalty, like Claypool's doing his stuff, like, I'm going to be a little pissed off about that. Mm-hmm. But you bring up a perspective I hadn't even thought about at all. So I appreciate that at least.
No, because that's, just my old curmudgeon self, I guess. Not playing. But that is like the perspective I always see because for me, it was different, right? Being able to actually like be a part of that and remembering mentally where we went as soon as that happened. I mean, in person, social media, everything. It was a bad situation right there. And it all started because of the time. And then from there, you just keep one up and keep one up and keep one up. And until you ask yourself, where does this stop at? Where are we going to? Can I remember this? No lie, Peasy, Joey Porter, man, the peacemaker in the situation. Because we keep going back for trying to one up each other. Each team trying to one up each other, right? Got to the point where Peasy's like, yo, we, had our mindset we were going to do something that probably wasn't the best career-wise, image-wise, stuff like that. He gives us this conversation of, yo, y'all got to stop because you got to draw the line somewhere. Eventually, it's going to lead to...
Peasy of all people.
Because Peasy, speaking from experience, he's like, bro, I've been here before where you keep going back and forth and before you know what you're fighting in a casino, As we've seen with Peasy. But Peasy gets it in. We know that's my dog right there. But it took that conversation for us to really think about it and like, yeah, you kind of do bring up a point because, us as athletes, we're ultra competitive. We never want to get wound up. And we always want to take it that next. Okay, you peace sign me. Okay, well, I'm going to flick you off. Or you flick me off. Okay, I'm going to kick and get nuts. Or you kick me nuts. Okay, well, I'm going to spit in your face. And then see where we just keep going.
That stuff would be getting called anyway, though, correct?
But not always, though, right? Because you think about Claypool stuff. That wasn't getting called. If we think about
I don't want it to get called, though, still. I really don't. Like, the Winfield Hill situation and Claypool stuff, I don't think it should be called. I really don't.
That's dicey, though, because it's a slippery slope. That's how I think of it, man. If Antoine decided that, hey, instead of responding with the piece, I want to respond with a middle finger, that's different, right? We wouldn't be as understanding of his response.
That's my question. That's my question to you, though. The extremes that you're talking about, does that simply get all taken away because of their new taunting rules?
To an extent, yes. I think because of the intent, they're going to try to just discourage that behavior, not celebrating, because there is a difference, right? And I think we could all agree celebrating, we are 100% behind. Team celebrations, we love it. Man, you think about how often we would love seeing Juju, L. Bell, AB doing crazy group celebrations. We're 100% behind. Even Belichick, for crying out loud, he loves celebrations. But taunting, that's the difference, right? And we know that fine line between us celebrating. Me and you could celebrate, and it could be a person right there, and we have zero to do with them. Me and you, we just celebrate, right? But we also know that, hey, we could easily taunt this person if we take our celebration and direct it to that person, right? And that, to me, is what the NFL is trying to just get rid of. They want, hey, celebrate. Cool, absolutely, man. You're supposed to. But the taunting, that's what they want to get rid of, because they know it's only a matter of time before somebody reacts differently. Somebody takes it and we all say, oh, you crossed the line. But to that person, they're like, no, they wrong me. Hey, man, you told me I could do what I want. You open up that door. And that's the thing I think the NFL really just wants to, like, prevent from happening.
Okay, let's see how they call it in the regular season.
Yeah.
Because obviously if they call what they did in that Colts game, that's absurd.
That's the part, right.
But if you're saying that they're trying to do it way more frequently, that's just so they can get a gauge on what should be called and shouldn't be called, let's see how they call it. Let's see if they do anything to Claypool, throw a flag on him, and cost us a game. If that's the case, I'm going off. But.
So check this out, though. Do you remember when they first put in, if you lower your helmet as a running back, it's a 15-yard penalty?
I don't even remember that.
So they did that. That would have been, it was around that 15, 16 time frame as well. That preseason, they would call it every single time a running back would drop their head to run a guy over, flag, right? And then as soon as the regular season hit, man, you never saw that call again.
Why did they do that? Was that after the Bell Thanksgiving game where his helmet flew off?
Yeah,
That was bullshit too.
But that's how the NFL operates, right? If something happens on a big scale where a lot of eyes are on it, they're going to say, hey, how can we adjust this thing, right? Talk about defenseless receivers. Think about how they've altered that rule. Catch, no catch, how they've altered that. How you can hit a quarterback, land on them. They've changed all these rules whenever someone of significance or on a big scale has something happen to them where the mass is looking at it. And that's kind of what this situation is, but it all stemmed from that whole Super Bowl thing right there, man.
I get it. I appreciate that stuff though, like Brady and Matthew going back and forth.
But we appreciate it because it stayed right there. And that's
what I take it as, because it did.
See, I took it as Tyrann Mathieu knew he couldn't do anything in that situation because of his image. I feel like if that's a different player and if Brady took his helmet off, walking over to Vontaze Burfict after a play, you think Vontaze is gonna smile about it and walk off? If that's prime Debo, the Debo that we didn't when Debo was on this killing streak, you know that Debo. You think that's gonna fly with that Debo? Nah, bruh. That's what I'm saying. You know, like it worked out in that scenario, but we'd be naive to think that that's gonna always be the case with all of these players. Not everybody is that mature, man.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, just don't call it in the regular season. That's all. Or don't call it frequently, or make bad calls with it that are costing games, basically. Especially the Steelers.
Now, question. I love what you say. Especially.
Well, I am worried about Claypool. I am a little bit.
That's what I want to know. So now, are you putting that on the referee if Claypool is blatant? Even if you know the rule is the rule now, right? The same different how when we talk about hitting a defenseless receiver, right? We know the rule is, even if we don't necessarily agree with it, the rule is the rule now. So if you see somebody do it, we're all like, bro, come on, man. Like, you got to at least try here. Or if you hit a quarterback, you can't land on them a certain way, right? We're like, all right, we don't like the rule, but we've all had to just adjust to it and make it work. So I got to see how they call it. To me, though, if we know that they're going to be calling it, and we see them dudes out there being intentional with it, like how they were at times last year, to me, I don't look at that as a referee issue. I look at that as, bro, you got to just understand this is what we're doing now. You got to adjust to it. That's kind of how I think about it.
We'll see how it's called, because if he turns around and the dude's in the facility and they call it or the vicinity, then I'm gonna be a little upset, because maybe it's not really intended for the guy, but just because it looks a certain way, the refs are gonna do it because this is the new rule, and it could cost the game, and I'm gonna be pissed about it.
Hey man, I would definitely be pissed.
Let's just see how they call it.
Let's just see how they call it, man. Oh man. But that's going to be interesting, though. Let's see what they talking about in the chat right here. Still Nation 402 says, well, the rule isn't going to work. I mean, we say that until they throw that flag. Yeah. And I'm seeing a lot of Claypool up here for his name, for this rule. Ooh. So you getting a flag? Oh, so Mike and him brings up a good question. He says, so are you getting a flag if you point ahead after a first down? No, that's a celebration. That's fine. Now, if you point ahead and it's a defender in front of you and you're intentionally doing it to him, that's where they're going to throw that flag. But from what they've communicated, from all the information that I've gathered, is simply just if it's directed towards somebody. You can still celebrate. You can still get up, do your first down, do your touchdown dances, your sack dances, and all of that. It just can't be directed to people. Now, I still get kind of torn, though, because I like the whole gladiator feel, right? The one-and-upper person, but at the same time,
oh, it is what it, because that's what you're doing. It's football.
You see what I mean? Like, it's just like, I get it, but if we're
playing, dude, if we're playing in the backyard right now, you're going up against your boy, your receiver versus him. He's cornerback.
Yeah,
he's disrespecting you some way. Oh, you ain't getting a touchdown on me. Doing something, I don't know, saying like,
yeah.
And you score a touchdown, yeah, you're going to do something back. It just is what it is. It's the nature of the game. It's not something you're taking like that serious, I think, afterwards. You just know in the heat of the moment.
Well, it's different upbringings. We're good. Because I was going to say, I have seen scenarios that have ended very bad just like that, though.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the whole one. But that's just different of cultures, different of backgrounds. It's nothing against it, but I do know I've seen that on multiple occasions where it does escalate because of that taunting. It's still fun, but at the end, you're just like, dang, this could have been avoided. You know what I mean? The mouse in the pouch, for example, right? We've heard about that. We've talked about it. The documentary just came out again about it. And one of the biggest things that Reggie said was, man, the pushing and shoving on the court, that's kind of what started with Ben Wallace and all those dudes. I think it was Ron Artest as well. And then we know when the cup came down from the dude in the bleacher, that's when the whole riot started. But to me, when I think of this taunting rule, I think of them trying to just say, hey, the pushing and stuff, we wouldn't allow that. And if you would have knocked that foundation out right there, does everything else escalate from there? Do the fans get involved? Do the players, like, does it go
I'm actually like 100% on the player side for that, though.
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Hey, you throw something.
Absolutely.
You are test mid-court. Let's go at it. Like,
hey, I gotta have you, man.
I was 100% on the player side with that.
Absolutely,
really
gotta have you, man. Absolutely.
But I get, obviously, the NBA doesn't want that every game. They don't.
Right.
And I could see why, what you were saying, the NFL's trying to set a bar somewhere just so they don't have a certain risk with any of that. Yeah. Now what is the risk as it sits right now? Yeah. I would say like almost zero, though, to anything like that happening. Yeah. But I guess if the NFL's trying to be like overly cautious, then it is what it is. I just don't want them costing teams games over something really benign.
Yeah, and I was gonna say with the NBA, I'm sure that they didn't assume that could ever happen until it actually happened. You know, like you think about the highlights from the old school Lakers, Pistons, Celtics, and how they were getting at it. It never like got all the way out of control like that Mouse in the Palace situation. So I think since then, though, man, like, yeah, everybody's definitely a lot more aware of it and a lot more cognizant of those type of situations. But I just look at the NFL as them just trying to stay ahead of the curve and keep that situation like, under wraps.
There's no way they're thinking about a Mouse in the Palace with players and fans, but they might be thinking about something like Steelers-Bengals, though, right?
Easily could, man.
But I still even think that's really minimal right now. But like you said, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to wipe that away from their minds or thought process of the potential of that ever happening. I just hope it doesn't. I hope they're not calling for really benign things. That's all.
I hope so as well. I hope, because that call right there, man, that day going preseason game, that's the one where I'm just like, oh, if you call into that ticky tack, man, we that's gonna get old really, really quick. But from my like experiences, it should just be right now because they're just trying to, put a little bit more of an emphasis on it. All right. Going to the chat real quick. Barilla92, shout out to you as well, man. He says, Claypool poll, over or under 5 taunting penalties this season?
Under. 5's a lot.
I feel like
5's a lot. I'm thinking over. Oh, actually, 4's not a bad number. I'd say 3.5. That's 3.5's the number.
3.5's the number. Oh man,
3.5's the number. See, what are you gonna say? Over under? I think that's the perfect number.
Oh, that is tough. Because if it was 4, I'm with you. I'm gonna go under. That 3.5. Because I know he's gonna get 2. He definitely gets.
I'll say under. I say it's an even 3.
2. Oh, he's definitely getting 2. 4. Ooh, dude, 4's a top. He's young though. He's young.
There's gonna be one right off the rip.
The
first 2 or 3 weeks.
He's gonna have one, bro.
But that's what I'm worried about. I actually think he might be a little cognizant of it, but it's going to look a certain way to the refs, and they're going to call it. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah. That is what I'm worried about. There's going to be a few moments throughout the season. He's just going to be amped about a play.
Well, and I'm worried about reputation, too. With certain players, you know how that can always affect, man. If a guy has, like Odell Beckham, for example, right? He has a reputation of celebrating, not even to the sense of taunting, I don't think, but just being loud in terms of his personality, right? How I could just see it right now. He scores and he's doing something. And because it's Odell, the ref is just like, oh, nah, he's taunting. Throw the flag. I could see that. And I will, like, that would be a big time problem right there. But the NFL, I will say, with their referees, we know they're going to have mistakes. We understand that. We don't want robots calling these games. We do kind of like the human element of it. But typically, I feel like with the NFL, for the guys that make the egregiously bad calls, we typically don't see them become like repeat offenders like that. I feel like it's not saying that each game you won't see an egregious call or something be missed, but I never feel like it's the same people over and over. Because I know that was another concern that kept coming up, was like, man, you can't trust these refs, man. They're going to all of them keep messing up. I'm like, I don't feel like they all, not consistently. It's more like the popcorn theory. Like, I might have a call this game, you might have a call next game, even though we're on different crews, but because we're, officials, it just continues to pile on like that.
I'm more pissed about these roughing the passer penalties that they're calling.
I hate those calls right now, bro.
Like that one that they called in the one preseason game on us. I think it was on Bugs, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the opener against the Cowboys.
They've been making those calls these past 2 or 3 years, and they're so bad. Whether it's like crown of the helmet, close to the face mask, they'll somehow call that, or whenever he just finishes the tackle, all of a sudden they call that like excessive tackling. Yeah. It's bullshit.
I can't stand any of that stuff, bro.
Like those are the ones that consistently get to me. I don't know if it has to do with one ref or another, but every time they call that, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, then we got MK. Shout out to you, MK. He says checking in from South Carolina, but I'm from Harrisonburg, Virginia. Go Dukes. Go Dukes and JMU. Do a fantasy league with the fans of the show. We might have to think about that, but I know you're retired from fantasy right now. I just had to get that chat in there before we get back to this Claypool. Whew. But yeah, you retired, right? Or are you coming out?
The only way I'm coming out is if we set it up before the draft. You give me all the Steelers, and I won't draft, and I won't draft. Which actually, a lot of people that if you actually want to play fantasy, they might be up for that because Najee's going to be a first round pick, but then the 3 receivers, they're not going to like 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. And then you give me Ben, and Ebron's not even getting drafted. So if you want to do that, I'll do that.
Because I'm trying to think, the Steelers defense,
they'll be a top defense. You normally don't draft defense till late.
You're not taking them, right? So maybe right there. Then we got Shane Van Hayden. Excuse me. Shout out to Shane Van Hayden. He says Claypool looks great. Claypool looks great making a baller block, but he looks bad standing over the block, taunting the other player. Come on, Chase. Now, I have heard that as well in terms of just kind of like the integrity of the game. I'm not as big on that stuff as like, I feel like, not trying to be like rude, but like older NFL people, older like NFL players in that crowd about the whole like, man, it's the integrity of it. Like, you don't want to just be showboating and all this stuff. It's a play with class. Like, maybe it's because I'm young. I never was like the biggest, oh yeah, it's gotta be class, it's got like, but I'm not a fan of like the taunt and stuff, just because that reminds me more of like the bullying stuff, and that's the biggest reason why I'm just like, I can see how that could easily escalate there. And for personal experience in the NFL, I'm like, I remember when it did escalate like that. That's my biggest thing. But in terms of just the whole, the integrity, we all right.
The shit that annoyed me last year from what we did was whenever Clay.
Keep talking to you. You're good. Keep talking.
Okay, you good, bro? Oh, wow. Solo show. Uh-oh. So, guys, the shit that annoyed me last year, let's see if you guys would agree with this, is whenever Claypool did the taunting. See, I like some of his stuff. I like what he did in the Hall of Fame game. Whenever he caught the pass, he's in Cowboys territory, on their sideline, he's taunting right in front of him. I didn't like when he was sitting on the sidelines, taunting dudes that were on the field when he wasn't on the field making the play. Same thing with Juju. Whenever he did the TikTok dances before the Bengals, it was just the Bengals game. Yeah. Before the Bengals game, because you never made a play yet. Right. Once you make a play, you score a touchdown, you make a nice catch. Yeah. Do what T.O. did. You could even do what Claypool did in the preseason game.
You talk all you want there. Yeah.
Exactly, because you made the play.
Right.
So I'm all for it. Just make the play beforehand so you can back it up.
It's that simple, baby. We don't ask for much.
Or if you're gonna do it beforehand, back it up. Like if Juju did that and he went off for like 150 yards, that's amazing.
Very true.
That would have been amazing.
Very true.
That's what maybe bothered me a little bit from last year.
Yeah, because that was the thing, man. When the productivity started to look a little iffy, it's like, nah, you can't keep being this distraction. You can't keep doing the time. You can't keep doing that vibe if you're not producing to that level. And yeah, we both agree with that, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But shout out to you, Shane Van Hayden, for that. And great job on the solo show right there, too, man.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, man, I was about to quit. I was just so sad, man. You know, and I wanted to walk off. Then after that, I was like, nah, man, Deke having too much fun. Let me join in.
Oh, yeah.
Because I like when you have fun like that, man.
No, thanks, dude.
Next after that, we got Patrick McCracken. Lord, I am struggling on the bus today. All right, Michael Patrick McCracken. Shout out to you as well, man, my Irish brother. You know how we do. Yes, indeed. He says, everybody just wants to pay TJ, but salary cap is an issue. Name a team with a $30 million defender, a $40 million quarterback that won a Super Bowl. You pay too many players top dollar, and then you are just the Jets. Yeah, you bring up a good point right there. I know that's a little bit up your alley, right?
It brings up good points. I don't think we'd have to pay Ben the $40 million. I think it's going to be in that $20-25 million range. So I think we can make the TJ $30 million work. Just down the line, I don't know. Whenever Ben does decide to hang it off, are we still on the hook with TJ on $30 million? And how do we decide to navigate our roster that way? $30 million is just unprecedented for me. It just makes me nervous. That's all. It makes me concerned. For one single player on defense.
So even though quarterback money has increased now, right? 30 mil is like a average at best quarterback right now, right? I mean, 30 mils, which I think Mitch Trubisky's around that range, right?
Oh, hell no. He's back up for the Bills.
No, not Mitch. Oh my goodness.
You thinking Tannehill?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Tannehill's like 27.
Yeah, he's in that range, but like the premier franchise or in like the 40 range now. So is it all the way quarterback money?
TJ's?
Yeah. Is that all the way?
No, it's not.
Those 30 ain't that bad then?
No, it's not franchise quarterback money, but it's pretty damn close.
It's $10 million.
I mean, that's pretty damn close.
No, man, that's $10 million, baby.
It's a lot. It's just 10. A lot. It's just a lot.
This is the 30, the 3?
It's tough.
Is it the 3 or is it?
Listen, we have to do it. We're going to do it, but I won't be surprised in a few years we're looking back at that saying, damn, man. This kind of sucks.
I just love seeing this internal struggle you have with that 30 mil for TJ. It's like, yo,
my main thing is we got to get him
a lot of money.
We got to get him on the field this year.
We definitely
and we need him to be happy.
Yeah.
Because we're all in. I think we have a really good shot this year.
Yeah.
So that's my main thing in getting the deal done. Just like, let's get it done. It's going to be a little unfortunate just because it's going to be $30 million. Mm-hmm. But you just got to eat it, maybe. I'm concerned about that. I've said that. I've said that how many times?
Man, I'm with you. All right, I'm gonna welcome this upper room member, and then after that, man, we got to talk about your boy Claypool. I feel like we've just been talking about Claypool about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
we're gonna
keep segue.
Talking about Claypool a little bit there, man. But King Starboy 7, shout out to you and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. We appreciate you. Yes, we do. But get into this first topic, man. Finally, we got to talk about my man Chase Claypool. Obviously, I went down with the injury, not in today's practice, yesterday's practice. Right, last play of the day. Just quick injury update. I know he had tweeted out that
he's fine.
Yeah, he said. I forgot what the exact words were, but
okay, let me find it.
Yeah, it was something along like everything good or so. It was like something, just to let people know, like, hey, I'm good. We dodged the bullet. Nothing significant.
Oh, he's a poet too.
Oh.
No, not really. Not really.
Oh, not really.
All is well.
All, that's what it was. All is well.
I was thinking with the 2 L's and all and well. Maybe that's something, but no.
Was he going to drop a haiku for us?
No, because it doesn't rhyme.
Oh,
I thought it did whenever I initially looked at it, but no.
No doubt. But I guess you know what? Shoot, we're going to go ahead and talk about it now. The play in question, It's downfield shot, man.
It was at the end of the game. Or end of practice.
It was literally like the last play of practice, yesterday's practice, man. Ben, I want to say Ben was at quarterback, stretching the field. Chase Claypool going deep down the right sideline, our home sideline. 40, 50-yard pass. Justin Lane in coverage too, man. Shout out to Justin. We're going to talk about him a little bit later today as well. But ultimately, man, Claypool goes up for it. Lands kind of weird, out of bounds. And from there, I mean, he's just sitting down there holding it. Obviously, you knew he did something to his ankle. We just didn't know the significance of it. Now, it is good that he tweeted out all as well. But to me, all is well. I just want to know, like, man, is it 4 to 6 weeks? Is it 2 to 3 weeks? Like, where are we at? Because I understand no surgery, which is great, and I'm 100% happy about that. No compound fracture, anything like that. But we do know not all ankle sprains are created equally, as we saw with, I think, was it James Conner who dealt with the high ankle sprain and how that?
Who knows?
Dude, that thing, I mean, I know I've dealt with the high ankle sprain before. They tell you 4 to 6 weeks. It's 4 to 6 weeks for you to be able to, like, technically play football, but you're not 100%. Till probably about 10, even 12 weeks later sometimes, man. So that was kind of like, I was wondering, like, what exactly was it to the ankle? But because the preseason, as we've talked about, and Coach Tomlin continues to remind us all, he doesn't have to give us injury updates. So, yeah, we will not know, but he was at practice today, just in a jersey, sneakers on. That's all we know. We didn't see him do any type of running or nothing like that. And hopefully I don't get in trouble for that, because I definitely wasn't supposed to say that. But it's all good.
We're live.
So, yeah, man.
Well, the first thing I thought of, actually, it was two things.
Uh-oh.
I was like, shit, Claypool's pretty damn good. He's important to this offense. I don't want to lose him. He could be a top 10 receiver in this league. He's going to be important for us this year and for years to come, especially with the deep threat he brings. Physicality. He has something that none of the other receivers we have on this team have. Yeah. And then second, I was like, well, pretty good thing we didn't trade James Washington, huh?
He's another guy I want to talk about today, because I definitely said, like, we were laughing about that watching him today at practice. They were featuring him, and of course he was cooking everybody. Like, and this is why we say, like, James Washington is a legit, like, receiver, and I hate the fact that he's kind of buried in that depth chart, because I don't feel like he should be. I feel like he should legitimately be given an opportunity to compete with Chase, with Deontay, but he doesn't get those opportunities. But, man, today they were going to him. I mean, been hitting him up top. I'm talking pulling Peanut, like it was like that out there today. Right side, okay, you go get some. Oh, you want someone James on the left? Okay, you give me that. It was just like, yo, just go to the sideline, bro. We know what you want today. Go to the sideline. Like, that's what you look like out there. But I was like, dang, James. You showing that now? They definitely ain't going to trade you, baby. It's over for you, man. You stuck here. You stuck. So you just got to make the best of it. But, yeah.
Yeah, you think those trade talks have died down then?
Definitely. Especially now with Chase getting hurt. I mean, I hope Chase is there for the opener, and we won't know until we know the severity of the injury. I'm just going.
But at least we don't have to rush him back,
right? That's a
17-game season. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Not rushing him back though is ultimately why I know. I'm like, if you're James Washington, you're not going to get moved, because now you become the guy. I mean, not the guy, but your role on offense has increased now because of that.
Yeah, at least for the first 2 weeks, and who knows? Maybe he's in some type of competition with Juju, Deontay for when Claypool comes back. Like, just at least for snaps, a little bit.
Bro, I just wish you could see how James looks so good, bro. Like, how he runs, man. His jumping a bit, like leaping ability, and sure-handed. Like, we talk about the receivers, right? And we say, man, we probably feel like Juju probably has the most consistent hands out that group, right? Then we say Claypool and Deontay's probably gonna be the third best out of the top trio. James Washington, bro, I can't think of a pass that I've seen him drop. Like, seriously, like, I go through and I'm like, okay, I've seen Chase. Okay, I know you dropped out. Deontay, okay, I've seen a couple of these. Okay, Ebro, okay, I got it. All right, cool. But with James, I'm always like, yo, if the ball touches his hand, he gets it, bro. And I just hate the fact that we're not utilizing him more. But at the same time, I understand why. But I just feel like it shouldn't be like that. I feel like it should be more of an open competition where he can legit push Deontay, where he can legit push Chase.
On a literal game-to-game basis.
Or not even game-to-game. I wish it would have happened before it got to that. Like, even if it was happening right now. All right, let's carve out these roles. And now we know when the season starts, okay, now he's earned that opportunity to get the first crack. Not, you got to wait until this guy messes up.
Or gets hurt.
Or gets hurt in a game for you to go in there. That's the part where I don't feel like I necessarily agree with how they've been handling James, man.
This could be big for James, too. And actually maybe a reason not to be pushing the trade talks even further at this point. because if he balls out maybe these first couple weeks.
Uh-oh. The price go up?
Yeah, well, that's for the Steelers. What I'm saying is he might be a hot commodity then in free agency. If people can see how he does as the third guy here or is featured a little bit more early on, then it could be like, wow, we could see him as a wide receiver too for our team, and he might get paid a little bit more. Because right now, the leverage that teams have against James Washington is we haven't really seen that. Or at least we haven't seen it recently. I don't even know if you want to say like James Washington was up to that type of potential in 2019 just because it was such a weird quarterback year. And his stats weren't like that. I mean, they were nice. They were nice considering the context of Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph having 700 yards. And some of the moments he had were pretty nice. The Browns game, the Bengals game. But I think it could help him, though. Like if Chase is, for some reason, with him tweeting all as well, I thought he was just going to be back week 1. But you kind of think it might be a little bit longer.
No. This is my thing. He can be back week 1. I'm asking, are you Chase Claypool week 1? Not just you're in a helmet. And because we've seen James Conner was available. We don't care about available. We care, are you who we think you are right in here? Don't come out here week 1. Oh, he's available. And we watching him run and we're like, bro, why are you wasting everybody's time out here? And then we're like, oh. And then after the game, they hit us with I'm kind of working my way back. I still don't feel all the way good yet. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, caution it just a tad bit with those ankles, especially because he's a skill position guy where it will show a lot more. If this is an O lineman, this is a D lineman, interior D lineman, guys where you're not having to see them use their speed or range in terms of like getting downfield and stuff like that, it doesn't show up as much. But with Chase, we know like he needs to be able to run fast. He needs to be able to jump. Those are all things that an ankle sprain can limit. And depending on the severity of it can dictate how long he will be limited, even if he is available. And that's, what we're trying to get right there.
Yeah, I think my main thing is it just only benefits James Washington to be balling out in training camp now. He's probably going to be getting more reps in preseason too, and then potentially in week 1 or 2. Because that'll help his value, I think, in free agency. Or even in the middle of the season. Because all of a sudden Claypool comes back, the offer's too good. We like our receiver depth, but what if it's something crazy? What if it's like a stud corner or something?
Absolutely.
Like CJ Henderson.
Absolutely.
Because who knows? I mean, that could happen in the middle of the season, really.
No question it could.
Let's not shut it off completely right now.
Well, my thing is...
they got good receivers, though.
Stranger things have happened, though.
Sure.
We've seen Kevin Colbert being aggressive. We know that he's not just sitting on his thumbs and just kind of chilling. He's searching. He's looking.
The main trade was Ebron with the Jaguars for Henderson. I thought that was like the perfect match. They don't have a tight end, dude.
They had Tebow.
They have no tight end.
They had Tebow, man.
Yeah.
If they would have just kept Tebow, they would have been all right. But see, they wanted to cut Tebow to make an opportunity for the rest of them bums. Jeez, man.
Ebron makes perfect sense with them.
Not when they just released Tebow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now that they released him, they don't have a stud anymore.
I thought they released him because of something that he was lacking in.
Blocking ability.
You see the parallels
just being a good tight end.
I'm messing up.
No, I get what you're saying. But I mean, Ebron as a route runner.
Ebron blocks way better than that.
Okay.
I don't know if I say way better. He blocks better than that though. he's a better blocker than that. That Tebow, Ebron, we ain't gonna disrespect Ebron like that. Nah, I can't. I refuse to disrespect Ebron like that, bro. Nah, I apologize. You don't block like that, bro. All right.
I think it's two things. I like our receiver depth. I'm happy that we still have James Washington because of an instance like this. But also, Claypool's one of a kind, in my opinion. I think he has the most potential, so I want him back. It's not one of those things where I'm just brushing it off. I think a lot of people thought of this with Le'Veon whenever he was holding out. Like, we can just replace him. James Conner can come in.
Yeah.
And he did put up a ton of production.
He did.
I just don't feel that same way with Claypool. I think he has a legit shot to be like a bona fide stud. And I don't want to miss out on that.
Fair enough.
He says all is well, though.
That's what he said, man. So we will see, man.
A lot of the reporters were making it seem it's really minor, too. Yeah. Like, they upplayed it whenever the initial report came out.
Yeah.
Ankle injury or just Claypool down with injury. You see the picture, Ben and Ebron helping him off the field. You're like, oh, shit.
Out. And they're saying we got some audio stuff going on, too, man.
What happened?
So we're going in and out. Mike's going in and out. That's what it says.
Really?
That's what they're saying. But I know on my levels, everything looks good. You let me know what you see on your side.
Mike check.
Yeah, I got you over here. I see. Loud and proud.
Are you? Hold on. I'm not even seeing the audio comments. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Little Votto says he can hear us fine. I did see like a little strand like a couple seconds ago. It was audio, Mike. Yeah.
Anything else?
Call Me K says audio is fine. Everybody's saying audio is fine. All right, we're going to keep rolling.
Oh, wait. It might be YouTube because literally
Okay.
It looked like the whole audio chat was someone saying in and out.
No, you're getting those are catching up now. Yeah. Because everything on mine is saying good over here.
They're saying it's YouTube.
Okay.
They're saying like close the stream and reopen.
Gotcha.
Deke's mic for sure. I can hear fine. They're saying had to refresh it. Like it's saying like internet lagging or YouTube problem.
Cool. So we're good on our end then. All right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry I interrupt you right in the middle of your statement, but everybody was going crazy, man.
No, understood. Yeah. Understood.
Get the what you call them? I forgot the speed. Get your internet speed up, baby. We want no lag in action now. Come on, baby.
Man, we're still getting. No, yeah. Should we just keep going?
I'm gonna keep rolling.
Yeah. We'll just keep going.
I think we'll be all right.
Try it. Yeah, people are saying the solution seems to be reopen the stream and good. Okay.
Worst case, if y'all struggling, just close it out, reopen it. We good. Yeah.
Okay. Claypool, just want him back out there. That's my main thing. Or no. What was I was saying? The reporters they updated
he was hurt and everything.
You had the picture and everything, and then like an hour later, they were just saying, "Oh, it's so minor." Like completely downplayed it. Claypool tweeted that, so I just thought he was gonna be fine. He shouldn't be playing rest of preseason or training camp.
And I think it was more so because of how he looked when he went down. Like he gave us the soccer vibe. So you know the soccer vibe when you go down, like your leg got shot off. Like
so he didn't need Ben and Ebron there,
bro. He legit. He goes down. I'm not making light of it. Because in the moment, we were like, oh, shoot, this is significant. Because you see Seven go, you see Ebron go, Coach Tomlin goes. We're all like, oh, man, it's bad, bro. And the whole time, as soon as he goes down, he doesn't move. He just grabs ankle and won't move. Justin Lane and kind of like celebrated. We turn around and we're like, oh, he's still laying there. You see the trainer go over. He still hasn't moved. Still just hold it. Big coach, we're like, oh, God, is it like, yo, what was happening here? And then when they carry him off, I'm like, oh, Lord, it's over.
That's what I mean. It looked bad initially,
but that was the vibe. So that was why the media went with it. Like we couldn't talk about it live when it was happening, and it was the craziest thing. We're doing this radio show live, and we're just like, there's some commotion going on out here on the field, but everybody's
pick up
okay.
James Washington in all your fantasy leagues.
Seriously, James Washington has really increased lately, guys. I don't know why.
I see James having a big year.
Yeah. People hit us, yo, man, talk about the injury, man. What you see, man? What you see? I'm like, yeah, it's nice and green grass today. Yeah, but Chase was definitely, he gave us that look, bro.
That's hilarious.
He definitely gave us that look, man. All right. So we'll read off these next two comments, and after that, we can go to this next topic, baby. All right, so do you have the super chat that just popped up?
I got a few. I don't know if I'm caught. It looked like there was a lot coming in. I'll give you the last one. I'm at
Matt McKissick. Let's see if you got Matt yet.
In terms of like the soonest one?
Yeah.
No, I'm not there.
All right.
I'm at Brian Castro and Jake Sanchez.
Okay, you're still below that. All right, so Matt is.
There's a couple that came after Matt. Yeah.
All right, so with Matt McKissick, first off, we appreciate your support as well. He says, got tickets to the Steelers versus Seahawks night game with the fam.
Oh, that's a good one.
He says, are y'all gonna be out there too?
That's a Sunday night game, right?
Yeah, we out there, man. We in these streets. We definitely in these streets. You're gonna be hard pressed to find a home game where we not gonna be out there turning up, acting all ridiculous and stuff like that. But we'll give you the schedule. We'll keep you updated as we always do. Y'all know we got y'all, baby. Y'all know we got y'all.
Jake Sanchez, does Deontay's natural talent outweigh his ball handling skills, and is James Washington more valuable in that aspect? I'd say yes.
You got it.
I'd say Deontay's natural talent does outweigh it because we saw what kind of happened last year.
Yeah, but I say you definitely for a fact have to catch the ball. That's always rule number one. Once you secure the catch, everything else is bonus. But if you don't secure that catch first, we can't work with it. And I do think that is the part where James has the leg up. I like that. I feel like Deontay is more explosive with the ball now and big play capability. Like I love what I see from Deontay, but I feel like James is just the same. But the difference is how they get to it. Like Deontay, we talked about, man, Deontay is more, you get him that ball on a 10-yard cross, something crazy, and let him just go to work. Let him use his speed, make a guy miss. James Washington is a guy you just say, hey, man, you're bigger, faster than this corner. Run a vertical. Run a deep 7. I'm going to put it out there and you go make it happen. That's what James Washington can do and has been consistently doing in practice, man. This training camp, bro, he does that. A ton of it, man. A ton of it.
It does sound like from you and a lot of other these reports I'm seeing, he has been showing that flash that Deontay would show kind of with that natural talent along with the hands.
He definitely
He's just a legit receiver, like you said earlier.
Like, he just looks good, man. I don't know if he was a number one, but that's because we haven't seen enough of him.
He could still be a great
the quality
wide receiver number 2 in the league and making pretty big impact,
man. Seriously, but that's definitely like when I think of James, like I see him as a definite number 2, but even flirting with the 1 with the right opportunity. I'm not willing to say he's the 1 just yet because I haven't seen it, but if he's given the right opportunity with the quarterback, imagine that 19 season if Ben is there. That would have been that time we could say if
we were expecting him to have that coming out party in 2019.
Yeah.
Brian Castro. Mm-hmm. You guys liking our little cap space now? Is he taking a shot? Don't we have from what I've seen, it's at 11 or 12 million right now, but it's going to end up being around like 5 or 6 after the training camp proceedings and just formalities that you have to go through. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it has to do with who you cut, 53 rosters, whatever it is, but I think it's going to end up being around 5 or 6. I don't think that's necessarily little compared to where we started this whole offseason.
Yeah. Hey, hold on, man. I'm about to end this and start it back real quick. This thing's tripping. Give me a second. Yeah.